Hi everybody. So today is January 22nd, 2023, and I wanted to do an update video on all the fig trees that I have in my garage. They're all dormant. I had several in my sunroom ripening the last of the figs all the way up through December. But then when I got the fruits off, I let them go dormant. And so this is my Col de Dame Noir. And as you can see, we're actually getting new bud growth. And it's January. We've had a really mild winter. Again, I'm in zone 5B here in Illinois, northern Illinois. And this is my Peter's honey. Everything is looking really great. We've had, like I was saying, a mild winter. And the temperatures have been, for the most part, at least 10 degrees or higher. Mostly it's been in the 20s and 30s, believe it or not. And so they've been real happy in here. Noir de Barbatane. It's looking great. My Smith is looking great. We've got new shoots coming out of the Rondi. And so, very exciting. These are my Figine, and this is a Figine. This one is the, oh gosh, what is it? Creme de Fragola, but unverified because I never got to taste any of their figs, really. Here's my Desert King. I really, really hope the Desert King gives me some nice Breba this year. I got nothing last year. Again, these are all first years. Almost all of them are from cuttings. And I'm going to show you the difference. Remember we were running the test, and I have fig trees in my sunroom, and I've just left them in there. They went dormant for a while, and when I say dormant in the sunroom, I mean, they lost a lot of their leaves, but they continued to ripen their fruit that was on them, mediocrely, but still ripen the fruit. And now we've got actual really nice leaf growth out of them now that the sun is hanging out a bit longer during the days. Let me show you. There is that's my Corky's honey. It's snowing today. Again, for the next 10 days, the forecast is going to remain above 10, if not in the 20s. And so let me take you to the sunroom and show you the difference. So these are dormant trees in my garage. This is what's been happening with them. And I've not been covering them. I've not been keeping the light away from them. I think they'll be fine. I know some fantastic growers out there warn against this, and so I'm just going to test and see what happens if I don't cover them. Let them get the sun as if they were in a sort of semi-neutral climate. They wouldn't be covered in a neutral climate, right? So it would get cold, yes. There would be minimal sun, yes. And so I'm just going to try and protect them. If there is a freeze or anything like that, then yes, I will wrap them or keep the garage doors closed as best as possible, so that I can protect any tender new growth from freezing and dying. But even if that happens, I mean, we'll get new shoots to grow in the spring and summer. I'm pretty sure they're real resilient. Also, if you'll notice, I up-potted many of them into 10-gallon grow bags. I'm going to up-pot that one. That's my Mary's Negretta. I'll put that one in a 5-gallon grow bag. But I took advantage of their sleep, of their dormancy. to up pot them, because I really believe that even though the tops are sleeping and not doing anything, I think the bottom is doing a tremendous amount. I think the roots continue to grow and continue to seek nutrients. And I think the better we take care of them during the dormancy, the better they will perform for us in the summertime. But that's just my belief, my theory, and so we'll see come summertime if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But I really don't think up potting them and putting beautiful Miracle Grow is going to hurt them in any way. Another thing I did that I had done with my emerald strawberry / yellow long necks that I thought were yellow long necks, I had put eggshells in them. I've heard some growers say, oh no, eggshells don't do anything for fig trees. But let me tell you, my emerald strawberries grew like monsters. Very productive, very fruitful, very prolific. And it was the only thing I did different with them was I put eggshells in the bottom of their pot with them, with the roots. And so I did that for every one that I up potted. I put eggshells. Here they are. So we go through a lot of eggs. I've filled this up probably about 3 times, and you won't believe how little you get once you crush the eggshells. So just imagine that. We ate a lot of eggs, and thankfully they were still cheap back then. Now it's similar to putting gold in my fig trees. But let's go to the sunroom. Let me show you what I got going on in there, and you'll be really surprised. So we're in the sunroom now. This is my Crema de Frajol, my second one. And we had another sucker growing, and I have it grew roots in my little rooting bulb, and so I've got that planted. Now I'm just waiting for this one to shoot out some roots. This is my Celeste, and as you can see, we've got new growth coming in. Again, it's January 22nd, 2023. This is my lemon tree from seed. I don't think it'll ever give lemons, but the leaves smell yummy. It's a mess, sorry. But I've got some Belmont's Beauties here that rooted, and I've got them covered up in a cut up sock to protect the roots from the sun, A, and keep them warm, B. So we'll see how that turns out. These are my Chicago Hardies. I just threw them in some dirt and trying to see if they'll grow. I don't care too much about Chicago Hardies, so if they grow, great. If they don't, that's all right. This is a California brown turkey. I think, yeah, we've got some leaf development. Oh, so I've been grabbing a bunch of these bags from the produce market. They're produce bags, and I've been covering up all my plants with them to keep the gnats at bay, if you will. This was the tip of this Preto, Figo Preto, and it was drying out, and I got worried, so I cut the top off and I stuck it in some dirt. And this, I took out the dirt out of this container a couple of days ago to check, and it was loaded with roots, like just circling around. And so it's taking forever for the bud to actually break, but it's loaded with roots, and I'm sure any day now it'll start leafing out for me. This is my black Aishia. Oh, so I mean, overall, like, look at the greens, right? This is sunroom growth, and yes, I do have central heating and air coming from the house, and so it's connected in here. But because this room is all windows, it's typically 5 to 6 or more degrees less than the main house. And so, yes, they're flourishing, but it's not like optimum conditions. I wish it were 80 degrees in here, and then I would get fruit. I mean, it would be like tropical in here. But for what it is, I'm really surprised. Like, look at that. This is the emerald strawberry that I thought was a yellow long neck. I've potted this into a 10-gallon pot as well. And I took the last fruit off I think last week or the week before, I can't remember. Here are the leaves, and it was not sweet, so it's not getting enough sun for sure. This is my black Tuscan. I took all the fruits off this. They just weren't ripening properly, and I decided to stop even making it try and ripen them for me. So I took them all off and I put them on the dirt, or put them in the dirt with it so that I could give back those nutrients. This is a cess sack that my good friend Quinn gave me, and let me show you. It's got the double buds going. And we've got leafing out. This is a Smith, another Smith. Azores Dark. We've got a Golden Riverside right here. And in here, what have I got? I think that's another Italian 258. This is a Coldedom Sweetot. I don't know how to pronounce that. Again, the bags help with the moisture as well. And so it keeps them from drying out. I really like it. This one is drying out. I'm trying to revive this. To be honest, I don't remember what this is. What is this? Oh, this is a Zafiro. It had roots. It's got roots. Let me show you. It's got roots, but it's drying out. I'm trying to revive it. As you can see. So hopefully it comes back to me. So we'll just protect it with the plastic. This here feels like it needs water. This is another California brown turkey. That's a Genovese Nero. This is a Martinica ramata. That's a Zingarella. This is my Letizia. It's got one fig on it right there, which will never ripen, but that's okay. I mean, look, zone 5B, right? I think a lot of us live in this zone and we wish we could raise figs and, you know, be farmers and things like that. And, you know, I never thought really it was possible to raise such a thing. But look, we've got double buds. It's coming in. So when that spring sun comes in, ooh, they're gonna be so happy. I don't think I'll have room in here from all the leaf growth. So very exciting stuff. Ooh, that's my sucrete. And this back here is my Constantine de Algeri, which is also another, I gotta take care of those little bugs. It's another similar to, you know, yellow long neck and golden rainbow. It's a big yellow fig, and I got that from my great friend Quinn as well, along with Azores Dark, and they're doing great, Quinn, in case you're watching. And I've got several varieties rooting here. I find that the varieties that people have a hard time rooting, for example, Smith Black Eye Shea, Martinenca ramata. I had tremendous, very fast success with just putting them in Miracle Grow, covering the pot with plastic like this and letting them grow. They rooted very quickly for me in that way. So Smith, Martinenca ramata, and what was the last one? I forgot. But the ones that are typically difficult to root, if you stick them in Miracle Grow and cover them with a bag, as I did there. If they are green, if they're not fully lignified, brown, fully lignified, I bring the bag up over the entire stem, or in the entire cutting, and then I tie it up at the top like this, right? And I do that because when they're on the greener side, they lose their moisture. And so you want to cover the entire thing up with a bag. But when they're fully lignified, you can stick them into the dirt and just bring the plastic bag up over the container, letting the remainder of the cutting stick out, and you'll be just fine. But that was the best success I've had. And also tremendous success putting them in front of a window where the sun shines into that window. For example, the ones that I have here don't do that great. I need them on a heating mat, and I need grow lights in this room, even though it's quote unquote a sunroom. But the best success I've had with rooting has been in the front of my house, in my dining room, where the sun shines directly in through those windows, and there are heat vents there. And I put the plants on the vents or near the vents. The curtain goes behind them, and it provides sort of a very like fantastic micro environment, microclimate there, with the sun shining in, the curtains sort of, you know, reflecting the sun right back to the plant and keeping the heat isolated in that area. Oh my goodness, they are taken off. So if you have that sort of condition in your house, that would be the best place for you to root anything, in my opinion, because that's what's worked phenomenally for me. Having to recreate nature here is not always the greatest. I do get great success with rooting here, but nothing like over there in my dining room. And I know that doesn't make my husband happy. But come summertime, these will all be out of here, and I'll clean up this room and make it livable again. But right now, it's mine. It belongs to me and my figs. Anyway, so that's my January update. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you subscribing. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. Take care, and I'll see you again soon with another update.